friend around 7th grade. We both only had one class together, which was band, and we were both, at the time, way too shy to even talk to each other, so for the first couple weeks that I saw her, we didn't really say anything. But after a while, I just kind of took the courage and just went up and said, like, "Hi, how are you?" and, like, "Do you want to sit with my friends at lunch?" And she happily accepted. And so we kind of grew closer over all that time, and now she's probably one of my closest friends. And I didn't realize this till she told me, but she used to sit with other girls that weren't honestly the nicest to her. And just kind of a good idea to kind of get away. And I kind of just gave her a good opportunity just to come up and, like, kind of get rid of them. And so if I never actually, like, opened up the horizons and just, like, said, "Come with me," we probably wouldn't even talk, actually. And I don't know what I'd do without her, honestly. That's my story.
In 6th grade, there was this girl who sat in front of me in social studies, and in class she was really quiet. I didn't really know who any of her friends were since I had a small circle of friends myself, so I never really talked to her, and I always kind of, wondered who she was, and I kind of wanted to get to know her, but I never really opened up. And as the year went on, we actually got pretty close because she became friends with some of my friends. Now, what was also happening at the time was that she was getting involved with some girls who were kind of sending her down the wrong path. They were pretty much troublemakers, and they just weren't the nicest people, and all throughout elementary school, she had been friends with people who would make drama and kind of be the popular girls. And so she wasn't the nicest person all the time. In fact, she actually did a lot of things to some of our friends that were really mean, and I was seeing this kind of looking in from our friend group and saying, like, this is really sad, you can't do this to my friends. And I actually came to kind of hate her. But my dad had said to me one day, "You can't give up on this girl. She has a lot of issues. You need to just be there for her because you're going to really regret it once she becomes a better person and she grows into the person she's supposed to be. You're going to regret not being friends with her anymore." And I rolled my eyes and I said, "You know what? Fine, I don't feel like making drama." But then I actually came to realize after a long time that I'd kind of helped her out of it, and I had helped her out of this situation that she was in. And she ended up being one of the sweetest people ever. She really matured once she kind of got rid of these toxic people in her life. And to this day, she's one of my closest friends. And throughout 7th and 8th grade, she just became the nicest person. And that's kind of a lesson to not really push people away and to heal people rather than hurting them and just rejecting them out of your life just because they make mistakes.
Although my transition from elementary school to middle school wasn't that hard, I did lose a lot of friends because we weren't in any of the same classes. I had around 5 friends that I knew I was going to see around school. This forced me to reach out and make new friends. However, some of the friends that I have made in 6th grade were no longer my friends by the end of 8th grade. This was for the best because I realized who my real friends were. By the end of 8th grade, I had around 6 good friends that I knew I could trust at any moment. Breaking off the other friendships what was best in the long run, and just because you have friends doesn't mean that you always have to keep them.